In this tutorial, you will learn how to make use of MySQL group by clause. The group by clause groups a set of rows into a set of summary rows by values of columns or expressions. The group by clause returns one row for each group. In other words, it reduces the number of rows in the result set. You often use the group by clause with aggregate functions such as sum, average, max, min, and count. The aggregate function that appears in the select clause provides information about each group. The group by clause is an optional clause of the select statement. The following figure below illustrates the group by clause syntax. The group by clause must appear after the from and where clauses. Following the group by keywords is a list of comma-separated columns or expressions that you want to use as criteria to group the rows. You can see here in this figure we can make use of the aggregate function in the select statement, and at the end we specify the group by clause, and based upon which column we want to group the information. We'll have a look at an example. So before that, we will see the evaluation of group by clause. MySQL evaluates the group by clause after the from, where, and select statement, and before having the having, order by, and the limit clause. So this is the position where you're supposed to make use of the group by clause. So basically when the evaluation begins, it starts from, where, followed by select, and then group by. We will see an example. We'll take into consideration the orders table of the classic database. So here we have the order number, which is acting as the primary key, the order date, the required date, ship date, status, comments, and the customer number. We will have a look at the snapshot. Okay, it shows the order number of each and every customer. Over here the order number is 10100100101 and so on, with the order date, the required date, ship date, the status, and the comments. Now if you look over here, is the status looks to be the same, but this is just a snapshot, so the status varies. The status can be cancelled, on hold, resolved, shipped, and so on. So basically, if I want to find out the various statuses that a order can hold, so if I say select status from orders, what it will do is the output of this query will be this particular column. So basically I don't want an output of this particular column, but I want to find out which are the different statuses that are associated with orders. So what I can say is I can modify this query and add group by to the query. So select status from orders and then group by status. So all the cancelled status will be from one group, disputed will from another group, in process will be another group, on hold, resolved, and shipped would be another group. In this example, we will see how to make use of an aggregate function with respect to group by. For example, if you want to know the number of orders in each status, what I mean by that is you want to know how many orders have been cancelled, how many orders are on hold, how many orders have been shipped, and so on. That can be done using the group by clause, but this time we will make use of an aggregate function. Over here we can see in the query remains the same just like the previous statement over here. So it is showing the various statuses, but we make use of an aggregate function and count the number of tuples that appear in each group. So I can also count status rather than saying star. I can say status. So basically what it will do is it will group the common statuses together from the orders table and display the status as one tuple. So the output will be status. So here it will say cancelled, and here it will give you the number of cancelled orders. So basically it will form a group of all the cancelled orders together, count the number of tuples in this group and give the particular output. So in our case the output should look something like this. So it is clearly visible that there are 6 orders which are cancelled, 3 disputed, 6 in process, 4 on hold, 4 resolved, and 303 which are shipped. So basically you need not give a star over here. The star can be replaced by any attribute from the table. So it can be also status. Let's see in another example. Now we refer to the order details table. In the order details table, it gives you detailed information about each order. Looking carefully at the first few tuples, you can see that the order number remains the same. So in the first few tuples till here remain the same. So that means this tuple, this tuple, this tuple, and this tuple, 4 tuples or 4 orders belong to one order wherein the order number is 10100. In this order there were 4 different types of products purchased with this product code. With respect to the first product, 30 items were purchased, wherein the total amount for this product was 30 into 136, plus the second product 50 into 55.09, plus the third product 22 into 75.46, plus the fourth product 49 into 35.29 was the total amount paid by the customer. So basically I want to find out with respect to order number 101000, or with respect to all the orders number, I want to find out what was the total amount paid with respect to each order. So basically what we require over here is we require to multiply these 2 columns, right? This 2, this 2, and this 2, and then perform an addition of all this tuples. So basically what we can do is we can apply the sum function on all these columns. And since I want it only as one tuple, saying that 10100, the sum was some amount 10101, the total sum was some amount. So basically what I'll require to do is I'll have to perform a group on the order number. We will have a look at the query. So the query would look something like this. So select order number, comma, quantity ordered into price each. We will multiply this to attributes and pass this attributes as a function, as a parameter to the function sum. Now just to improve the readability of the final output, I rename this entire portion of the query as total. So these attributes are selected from the table order details and we are grouping them using the attribute order number. So basically what the query will do is, it will first form a group based upon the order numbers. So I consider only a few tuples of order number 10100 and order number 10101. In the first group, where order number is 10100, it will pick up the first tuple, perform a multiplication of these two attributes and store the value into a temporary location. Then it will go to the next tuple, again perform the same operation, that is multiplication between these two tuples, and whatever is the answer will be added to the temporary location, followed by the next tuple. Whatever is the answer will be added up to the temporary location, followed by the next tuple, multiplied here and added up to the temporary location. So finally you will get some output with the order number as 10100 and total as some value. So once this has been done, it will move to the next group, that is 10101, and perform the same operations. So before doing the same operation, the temporary location which was chosen for the previous group will be reset to 0. So now in this case, 25 into 106, the answer will be stored into the temporary location. So I'll assume it as TS over here. So this is the first answer. Then it will move to the next tuple, perform the multiplication of these two attributes. Whatever is the answer will be added to the temporary location, followed by the third tuple, added to the temporary location, followed by the fourth tuple, added to the temporary location. And finally the final value, that is the summation of all these values, will be displayed along with the order number, that is 10101 and some value. And this way it will calculate for all the orders. So finally, referring to this particular query, we get this output. Some modification can be done to this particular query. We can use a new clause over here called as having. This clause acts as a filter on the group by clause. This cannot be used anywhere only other than the group by clause. So if you add a clause over here, that is having, so basically whatever output I have got, I am trying to filter out some kind of information. So if I say having total greater than 50,000, so what will happen is it will show only those tuples where the total amount is greater than 50,000. So this particular tuple will be skipped, this also will be skipped, this also will be skipped. You have this output, this also will be skipped, this is there, and this is there. So basically having is a filter which is used on the group by clause.